Harem anime. Wait, no, stop. Don't click away. I'm cooking here. Just hear me out. Harem anime. There are countless harem rom-coms from a harem with all sisters, to reverse harems, to a whole classroom harem, to a harem of 100 girls, to an entire world. And of course, the plague on us all, harems in another world. Yet, there's one harem that this world is missing. The elusive Yuri Harem. Yes, the Yuri Harem thought to never exist. Scientists said it can never be created. Others have tried to take this title from Yuri Arashi Yumi Kaga's suit. To even wait, how'd that get in there? We'll ignore that one for now. It's not even technically an anime. Where was I? Oh yeah. But all failed to become a true Yuri Harem. But I stand here proud to say that the true Yuri Harem has graced this world with an anime by the name of There's No Freaking Way I'll Be Your Lover. Unless, and dear God, is it good? It's steamy, it's toxic, and it's beautiful. So come, sit with me here today and let me regale you with the story of a true Yuri Harem. This is a story about one Rinako Amori. Through middle school, she was a gaming loner type who never had any friends, so she decided to reinvent herself in high school and somehow managed to get into a friend group with the school's top girls. Mayotaka, the top of her class, a piece of perfection. Satsuki Koto, Mai's childhood friend and long-term rival, always standing in second in test scores right behind Mai. Ajizai Sena, the angelic, caring type. And Kaho Koyanagi, the upbeat, enthusiastic girl. All flawlessly gorgeous and smart, yet they're all potential love interests. But to start us off like any good harem anime, one main girl confesses her love first. That girl being Mai. And this one confession started the first Yuri Harem anime. So, let's go a bit deeper down here and take a look at Mai. This is the relationship web. On it, they've written down every connection we've seen through every plot point in the anime. So let's start with the first one here. Reinako and Mai's trial. Okay, so Mai just confessed her love to Reinako. Problem is, Reinako doesn't want that. She just wants to be friends because again, she never had friends before. So they make a compromise. On days Mai has her hair down, they'll act as girlfriends. And on days she has her hair tied up, they'll act as friends to see which is a better fit for their relationship. And whoever can convince the other that their way is better wins. Now this lasts for like 3 episodes. Is it any good? Yes. Okay, for the second half of the first episode is basically constant lovers mode. Because as Mai said, they've been friends for a while, so why not try out lovers for a bit? But this all serves as a way for Rinako to go closer to Mai and learn what it feels like and means to be in a relationship. Now the second episode is mainly being friends, where in the second half Mai tries to take things up a notch when they share a bath together. This is a commonality in this anime, but this episode was mainly to show Mai what Rinako thinks a friendship should be. Where she says, I see, so that's what being a friend means to you. Which probably means Rinako's ideas of being a friend and Mai's idea of dating are kind of the same, minus all the touchy-feely stuff, of course. But this was great because it brought their relationship way closer together by being able to hang out like that. This is until next episode. You'll talk about that later because first we need to talk about Kaho. They're just friends. They really don't have too big of a relationship beyond that, but we do know she might be willing because she accepted the invitation to Mai's Find a Suitor party. So she's open to it, but notice how he said Mai's Find a Suitor party. Why would she do that if she was in a relationship with Reinako? That's because of what happened at the end of episode 3. Now, Mai was on a vacation so she couldn't be with Reinako for a bit, but when she gets back she couldn't wait to see her, and tries to get down and dirty immediately. The problem is that 1, Reinako doesn't want that to happen, and 2, she doesn't want her sister seeing. And of course her sister walks in when they're in a compromising position, so Reinako stops Mai and tells her to leave, thus breaking up the relationship they're in. And I got a few things to say about this. 1, crazy that Mai tried to force herself on Reinako, and 2, Reinako got some of that internalized homophobia which we do not like to see. I know that's true because she was scared of her sister seeing, but when her sister saw, she didn't care. Okay, after her sister said she didn't care, Reinako wanted to repair her relationship with Mai, but Mai started a party looking for a new suitor after she broke up with Reinako. Reinako makes it through the party and finds her alone at the pool. They talk, they make up, and they start their test again. And that's the relationship so far. Obviously, this anime is still airing as a release watches this video. So yeah. Okay, next is Mai and Satsuki's relationship. They are rivals, but only in Satsuki's eyes. Mai is so perfect that she doesn't even need to worry about anyone as a rival, so she doesn't care. The next line between them is because they're childhood friends. So when Mai was younger, she never got to stay and play with the other kids because her mother would always pull her away to some extracurricular activity. One day, she decides to avoid her mom, but didn't have anywhere to go, so Satsuki took her home. And when Mai's mom showed up to grab her, Satsuki stood up for her, being the first person to do so. This obviously immediately made them friends, which bloomed into the friend rivals we talked about before. These are the main connections between them. But as you see here, there's this line that connects Mai, Satsuki, and Renako. What does this line mean? Well, it's the next part of the harem, where the two girls fight over the main love interest. Okay, remember when he said Mai and Renako broke up? Well, right after that, Mai felt terrible for what she did, so she wanted to punish herself by being held by a person who could never love her. And of course, in her eyes, this person is Satsuki. This obviously upset Satsuki, so Mai threw with two girls in one night. Crazy. But Satsuki held a grudge against her, so to get her back for doing that, what do you think she did? Well, obviously she started dating her girlfriend to rub it in her face. Mai notices something's off but doesn't realize what's actually going on and tells Renako she can help do whatever Satsuki wants to get back at her. And they start dating, going to each other's home, learning each other's secrets, and of course going in the bath together. This really just the anime's whole MO. And also, of course, kiss on the lips, where Satsuki takes a photo of them together for later. And now we go back to the triple line because they decide to settle the feud with a contest, and whoever wins gets Renako's hand in marriage. But if Renako wins because she adds herself to the contest, they make up and everyone becomes friends. And sadly, like many Yuri, Renako wins and they stay friends. I know, but luckily for us, there's still hope. Even though Renako views it as a friendship, the other two are still going after her, so it's currently a Yuri love triangle. And I love the fact that two girls were fighting over her hand in marriage. It was such a great scene. But I called this a Yuri Harem now, didn't I? Well, Kaho hasn't played a big role yet, but we know she's willing. Mitsuya Sajisai. Now, honestly, I love her relationship with Renako. So they're the closest of friends and are also the friends that are the closest to being in a relationship. It started the day that Mai was on a vacation, so they decided to go to the mall together and hang out. At the mall, they ran into a group of boys from their school who wanted to hang out, but Renako got scared and anxious and passed out, so they left after Ajisai asked them to. At this point, she was like, "Oh, so you don't like boys, huh?" to Renako. So she knows which way Renako could potentially swing. But they end up just hanging out with each other and growing the relationship, even going back to Renako's home to hang out even more. Sadly, they got interrupted by Mai, and you know what happens from there. Then they just talk more and more. Because Ajisai is a big sister type, Renako feels comfortable to talk to her. And because Renako is approachable and listens to people, Ajisai feels comfortable talking to her. So because of this, they have some of the more deeper conversations in this anime, where some of the other conversations Renako had with the other girls were, "Oh, you don't gotta be perfect 24/7 around me, I'm a friend." Or, "I don't care that you're a mama's girl." But Ajisai and Renako talk about actually improving themselves as people and how they can support each other in doing so. Actual relationship stuff there. Also, Ajisai is so ready for a kiss right here. She's already fallen for Renako. But lucky for us, the news arc is about Ajisai and Renako's relationship. So, Ajisai wants to run away from home because she spends all of her time taking care of her little brothers. Renako, being a great friend, decides to go with her to 1. Make sure she's safe, 2. Make sure she's not alone, and 3. Hopefully get her to go home. Through this, they are together for a nice long time, basically going on a date. And then there's that whole section with the end where they talked so much, have a bath together like I said they would, and Renako takes care of Ajisai. I just need to watch more. It's really hard for me to decide my favorite pair, but I really love them together. I'm just sad I can't talk about Kaho because those episodes haven't aired yet. But I'd say it goes something like, because Renako saw the pictures of them cosplaying, she gets pulled into it. Stuff happens, Kaho gets out or something, Renako pulls her magic, and yeah, it's still love like the rest. But yeah, boom. Yuri Harem, 3, potentially 4 girls with 1. But if you're still not convinced this is in fact a Yuri Harem, then allow me to enlighten you with the next section. To prove that this is a Yuri Harem, I will now explain why this anime is perfectly a harem anime, but with the guy lead being a girl lead instead. Let's start with the center. Now, in every harem, the lead always takes the center. All the girls are connected to one person, the lead. And this is the case even if they have little to no reason to be. That's honestly one of my biggest pet peeves in harem anime, that all the girls want this one unremarkable guy for little to no reason. And that's a big one here. Mai has little to no reason to like Renako. All she did was have one decently deep conversation with her and boom, instant love. And Mai even insulted her on her looks, saying that if she went after someone for their looks, Renako would be on the lower tier. So the only reason she likes her is because they talked. Okay, next is character archetypes. In all at least good harem anime, each girl has their own very defined personality. This gives each of them characters so you can choose which one to root for, and gives them enough differences to be able to tell them apart, and makes the conquering routes for each different enough to be entertaining to the viewer. And as you've seen, this anime has got that. The flawless perfect girl who never fails, the smart girl who works for what she wants while having a bit of bite to her, and a soft insight with her relationship with her mother. The upbeat hype girl who currently I don't have enough information on to fully characterize, and of course the kind and caring angelic character. Finally is the situations. In every harem anime, there are crazy situations the characters find themselves in to always make them closer and fall in love. And this anime is chocked full of those. In the first episode, Mai and Renako fall off the roof into a tree together. Satsuki is always meeting up with her and falling into these situations, where Renako meets her at work and decides to go home together because she's almost done with work, to the fact that they kissed on the lips because Satsuki wasn't even prepared for that. And there's even when Ajisai ran away from home and Renako joined her to help out, and the constant NTRing of Ajisai by Mai and Renako. Stuff like this keeps on happening. It's harem anime 101. This thing follows all the guidelines, but it also does more to keep fresh. This is where the but from the title card comes from. Okay, so first it's Yuri, so insensitive, and that's kind of it. I mean that in a good way, because it takes all the special Yuri aspects of Yuri anime and combines them with the harem genre, making amazing things happen. The steaminess that for some reason so many Yuris have. Like seriously, sidebar here. I watched a few more Yuri anime to research this, and bro, why are they all like that? I don't know. Sometimes it's okay to have just some cuddling or talking. Thankfully it's toned down a bit here because it's a harem as well. But still, the deeper connections all the characters make when it's a true Yuri, and everything else. This anime just amazingly combines the harem and Yuri genre together to make this absolutely delicious carrot cake of an anime. And that's kind of it for this anime so far. But I need to make this clear. Do not watch this if you do not enjoy Yuri. I yada yada over a lot of scenes, but this anime does have a lot of those scenes that Yuri are known for. So be cautious. There are more episodes still coming out, and you can watch them all on YouTube the week after they air. Otherwise, I wanted to say that I love the opening and ending so much because they are absolute bangers. And I love all the characters so much I don't even know who to root for. It's just all so good I just can't choose. And I love this anime so much I'd consider it a must-watch of this season, especially if you like Yuri. My next 2 to 3 videos will also be must-watches of this season, thematically explained as well, so subscribe if you want. Otherwise, I'm Mayanoli, and bye-bye.